Gary, how much do your analysis sessions of Cambridge, and that you do on the start of the week, how much do they show you who wants to learn still at this stage of the season?
I think we're pretty au fait now with which ones can pick up information and retain information. They're the ones you want to keep, and then of course there's some that you've learned over the season that don't retain enough information. But the ones that do will obviously improve, and they're the ones that are taking it in, understanding it, and producing it, and that's really where you are.
In terms of keeping those minds focused, I imagine Coventry at home is a game to keep players' minds focused, isn't it?
It definitely is, yeah. I mean, it's a big game for them. We owe it to the league to make sure we're still competitive. Our pride won't allow us to go out, whatever the score is, whatever the result is. We're preparing just the same. We're making sure that we have our review. We work on Coventry's game against Lincoln. We've seen that, their last game. And they need a win against us. But, we don't really want to be there at Wadham Road with a party going on in the opposition. So, Mark Robbins has done a great job, and he will do, and I'm sure they'll end up getting promoted, but we hope it's not this weekend.
Can you use what Forest Green did as a motivator to sort of, don't let this sort of thing happen again?
Well, it's easy to say that, but as I said before, it's a football match, and there's always 11 players on the opposition trying to stop you doing what you're trying to do, and then you're trying to stop the opposition doing what they want to do. And sometimes you can lose a game 1-0. Sometimes you can win a game 1-0 having not played well. So that's just the way football is. And I know we all get upset with defeats, all of us, and certainly a defeat against your local rival. But that's gone now. We'll live to fight another day. And I know football, what goes around comes around, and you always get that next opportunity.
I think Keith Aitchin diving headers in FA Cup finals 31 years ago, but that's before most of your players were even born. How much does that just sort of help that they'll play the opponents who are in League Two for a reason?
I don't think anybody will have any thoughts of Keith Aitchin against Coventry. As you say, only us are just about old enough to remember it. No, this is. You can only compete with the team that's in front of you, of course. And you're right, I know what you mean. Coventry's name is probably a bigger name than their league status at the moment in the second division. But and they've had their shenanigans with the stadium, etc. But Mark Robbins seems to have settled it all down a little bit. He's still as feisty as he was as a player, and he lets his players know, as we all do, when he's not happy, and he wasn't happy with the weekend. So we've got to make sure that we're prepared for a Coventry that are in the playoff positions and want to stay there.
And because they'll want to win, I suppose they're going to have to come and be positive, which will help you as well. You're not going to be hopefully having to break down 10-man defences.
No, I think teams like Coventry will do that. Now, what they do if they go 1-0 up, maybe they might try and shut up shop, but I think their team is more geared to playing attacking football, and that's what's got them in the position that they're in. So I'm sure they won't change too much. They'll keep they'll be trying to put you under pressure with their football.
George Lloyd got his first goal at the Abbey. How much does he now sort of look to kick on, and how much have you got to sort of manage him carefully?
Yeah, we've still got to manage him carefully. Was he 17 still, and he's had his first 90 minutes against Morecambe and played 90 minutes. He's got his first goal against Cambridge. He'll need a summer well, which I'm sure he will, turn into a man, which I'm sure he will. And he'll have them thoughts that he's got his league debut and his first goal out the way. To be fair to him, it didn't really happen for him after the goal. It didn't really affect the game as much as we got to have people affecting the game that are on the pitch. But he's one hell of an asset for the club, and if we get it right, then he'll do well for us. But I'm sure he'll also have the ability in time to play at the highest level.
Finally, injuries. How's the squad?
Yeah, there's a few knocks and there's a few injuries, and Gav's been pretty busy this week. But we've got an 11 out there and we've got 7 subs, so we've got enough to fill the bench. Obviously I won't mention the injuries because some are 50-50 actually, 3 or 4 of them. So we'll have to just wait and see how they pan out over the next 2 days.